Stay tuned. If you already have a SoundStream WHD14 Plus and want to upgrade it to more features, stick around and I'll show you the new SoundStream Unlock Kit. So SoundStream used to have the 14 Plus model, which is discontinued, as well as the SI, which has also been discontinued. The 14 Plus was a base model that gave you Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, to where the SI did those same features, but it also had all the gauges inside of the radio and would talk to the factory Boom 1, Boom 2 amplifiers from Harley-Davidson that are a CAN bus system. Now there's just one radio and it's awesome. You start off with the WHD14 Plus, which replaced the old 14 Plus, but now wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And by adding this Unlock Kit, we turn it into the SI. Absolutely amazing. That way, if you want to get in on the entry-level radio and you decide you want the better features later on, this kit solves everything. You're not getting rid of your radio and having to go buy a brand new one and lose all that money trying to sell it online or to your buddy or whatever. So today I'm going to run through, once you've already got the 14 Plus installed, how to put this Unlock Kit in, do the update, take care of the Maestro, plug it all in with its new harness so that you can convert your older WHD14 Plus radio to make it just like what the SI was, but way better. So in this 2023 Road Glide Limited, we already have the SoundStream WHD14 Plus. If you notice that we've obviously got our hand controls working, but we don't have any cursor adjustment because this is just working off of the hand control module. What we're going to do today is turn this into a radio much like the SI was, and it's pretty simple. First of all, I'm going to turn the bike off. Now I'll show you what's going to come in your WHD Unlock Kit. It's actually really simple. It's going to come with a new T-harness, the same thing that's going to come on the new V2 radio that's going to allow us to tie into the Maestro. It's going to come with a Maestro RR2. Now what you need to know is this has to be the one that comes in the Unlock Kit. There's a special program inside of this RR2 that is for this setup. A standard RR2 will not work. The MRR will not work. So it's all part of the Unlock Kit. And most importantly, we've got our update for the radio. Also really important, once you put this update into the radio, if you ever go back and do a SoundStream update for a 14 Plus, you will negate the update for the Unlock and you'll have to buy a whole nother kit. Don't do it. Once this is in there, this will be its own Unlock Kit update if it ever needs to be updated again. So I'm going to start off with taking this thumb drive, hooking it right into the factory USB-A. We're going to turn the bike on. This step needs to be done before we swap the harness and go over to the Maestro. Otherwise, the Maestro is not going to see what's going on because the radio is not going to be updated properly. All right, so now with the USB plugged into the glove box for your update, let's turn the radio on. Let's go back to the SoundStream screen. Now you may have a screen that pops up that says data cannot be read. If that shows up, it means that the USB is, yeah, here we go. No data can be played. That's because the USB is looking for music and this is an update. So go back to your home screen, hit the gear settings icon, system settings, then go all the way to the bottom for about. This is going to show you all the current firmware that's in the bike, and it's even going to show you the radio serial number. You'll hit update. It's going to confirm to do the update. Now this is going to go through its own process of updating all the software that's currently in the WHD14 Plus to where it's going to read the Maestro from now on and turn this into all the operations much like a V2 or the old SI had. So just let it do its thing. This will take a little while, so just kind of keep an eye on the status bar. Make sure you do not turn off your ignition in this process. You will brick the unit and it will not be covered under warranty, and the flash drive will have already been used. So leave the bike on. Make sure if your battery is not fully charged, have a charger on your bike while you're doing this step so you don't end up killing the battery during this process. All right, now the screen will show that your update is finished and to recycle the ignition. turn it off, let it completely reboot. Generally takes about 20 to 25 seconds to let the bike completely cycle off. All right, let's power the bike back up. Here's where you know it worked. You're going to see the brand new boot up screen, and it's going to show you that your radio has now been unlocked. Just like when the radio was brand new, you'll do English, America, check mark. This will have reset all the settings that were currently in your radio before. So you'll need to go, and if you had crossover set up, if you had wallpaper set up, all that's going to be gone. You're going to have to start from scratch again, but that's really not a problem because it's pretty easy to do by following the menu. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready to put in the new T-harness with the Maestro RR2. We pre-program all of these for you, so there will be another video on how to program the RR2 if you wanted to, but even if you bought the radio from us before, we're going to save your serial number, so if you come back and buy the Unlock Kit from us later on, we can still flash that RR2 module for you before it ships out. Or if you bought the radio somewhere else, just get us your serial number. We'll still program it for you so that everything works right out of the box. You're not having to create an iData Link account and learn how to go through all the steps to program your Maestro. Okay, so the next step is going to be to take the brand new T-harness that came with your Unlock Kit. And I go ahead and I plug the Maestro in first. I do get some calls once in a while saying the Maestro doesn't work. It's really important that you line up all of the pins and the plug colors to the right color. The black one will go into multiple colors, whether it be the blue, the black, the red, or the green. Make sure the black one's going into the black port. So on one side, you'll have this long connector that only has 2 wires in it. We're going to plug in our green one to the green port. We're going to plug our main power, which is the red, yellow, and black, right over here. And then the small black connector right into the Maestro. Once that's done correctly, this Maestro will work every single time. Now we're going to go ahead and remove the harness that's in the bike now and plug this in. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the bike off. All right. We've already got the outer fairing off on this, so this is going to be really simple. This is the T-harness from your original WHD14 Plus. We're just going to disconnect it from the factory harness, disconnect it from the radio. You will no longer need this anymore. This had the original hand control module in it. Now with our new T-harness, I'm going to plug this in. Now we're plugged in. This is already plugged in. We're ready to go. Once we're all done, make sure everything works. We'll come back and we'll tuck all this up in. You know, on the road glides, I find a home for it right up under here. On the Batwing fairings, the electric glides, the street glides, the ultra classics, whatever, I go to the opposite side of the glove box. There's a little compartment in there. You do want to keep this dry. It is not waterproof. If you think you're going to be in a lot of harsh weather, it's okay to put a little bag around this to keep it dry. This is not warranted if it gets wet, so take care of it. All right, now that everything's plugged in the fairing, let's fire the bike back up. Again, we've got our new boot up screen showing you that it's unlocked. All right, so let's go to our home. Now you notice that the layout's completely changed. And this is because you've got a whole bunch more features now. Let's start off with bike information. If you have tire pressure sensors already on the bike, they're now going to read. Your brake lights are going to show up. Your turn signals are in to show that they're working. It's going to let you know if you got any engine codes on here. Now you can actually check engine codes on your bike and even clear them right through the radio. It'll show you high or low beam, whether your turn signals are on or not. Now we go to the gauges. You now have, just like the old SI and the current V2, 2 screens of programmable gauges to have them say and do whatever you'd like. You've got speedometer, tachometer, you've got intake temperature, you've got quarter mile times, you've got 0 to 60 times. You've got so much information in this radio now that was already on the bike's OEM BCM that your factory radio, even on the 19 and newer GTSs, didn't display for you. So now this radio does so much more than what your radio ever did before. All right, now another great feature of having this radio unlocked, when you're in CarPlay, your cursor will actually scroll around to the different items in your CarPlay. If you want to scroll around, you can hit play, pause, next track. You can go to your maps. Now you're not having to reach up and touch the touchscreen like you did when the WHD14 Plus was in its original format. This is really a great upgrade for the SoundStream WHD14. It keeps you from having to buy a much more expensive radio. This is also better than the SI was because now you get the 1000 NIT QLCD screen that's a lot brighter than the SI was. Plus this radio also has the wireless capability for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, to where the SI you had to plug in. All right, that really is all there is to this setup. It's a really great feature to add to your bike, whether you've already got the radio or you're buying the radio and the Unlock Kit all at once. It's for a great value. So if you have any questions around this, please feel free to reach out to me. I can walk you through any of the processes. This is completely DIY. You can do it yourself. So reach out to us. Buy yours today at Lifestyle Cycles online megastore and always get free shipping on anything over $50.
Whoa, wait! Don't go anywhere until you like and subscribe to make sure you get notified every time we post our how-to videos, our product reviews, and all of our amazing interviews with your favorite racers and industry icons. I'll see you guys next time.